the legality and propriety of the regularization of guest teachers / voluntary teachers in the government-aided school at GTA area is under challenge. In the instant writ petition, such regularization per se is not sanctified by any procedure prescribed under the law. No such instruction had ever been accorded to the DI of Darjeeling by the answering respondent number 2 to provide approval of 313. Stop salary of this 313. Order date 11th October 23. The legality and propriety of the regularization of guest teachers / voluntary teachers in the government-aided school at GTA area is under challenge. In the instant writ petition, such regularization per se is not sanctified by any procedure prescribed under the law. As such, the concerned authorities are restrained from regularizing the appointment of such teacher until further orders. Now,
Stating regularization.
now, even thereafter, if there is any appointment, whose responsibility to bring it in the Mr. Dotto?
Because the basic duty of GTA and the
Whose responsibility is to in other matters to bring this injunction order to the knowledge of the court? Where GTA is appearing, where state is appearing, you are not bringing in this to the knowledge of the courts.
No, Your Lordship. After 313, nobody has been given the regulation, Your Lordship. After 313, there is.
I will report Mr. Subba.
My instructions are that.
Where
And Your Lordship,
GTA and state is appearing, if any approval is given under the order of the court, and thereafter the state is taking the plea that under the court's order we have done it, it amounts to contempt.
Order means
we need to ascertain whether the other court's order is before 11th October or after.
I'm telling you, Mr. Dotto, please inquire.
Very well.
Still, Mr. Samim mentioned, still writ petitions are being filed for approval, where state is appearing, where GTA is appearing, but this has not brought to the notice of the court. There is already an order of injunction.
the 6th of September 2024, certain regularization that was made following the order of the court, where both
6th of?
6th of September 2024.
I will hold contempt because it is the duty of the court, you and the GTA to bring it.
And the orders were obtained in presence of the state and also GTA.
11th অক্টোবরের পরে কোনো রেগুলারাইজেশন
This should have been brought to the notice of the.
Duty, basic duty. Only after when Mr. Samim coming to know of this intervened, then few petitions were
Mr. Dotto,
Yes, my lord.
please instruct your appearing advocates. They must apprise the court that there is an order of injunction now regarding approval. And bypassing all norms of procedure, still approval is being given.
লাস্ট সেপ্টেম্বর কবে হয়েছে আমার নলেজ নেই
This is the division bench order. This was not brought to the notice.
আমাদেরকে নিয়ে যায় না তো
Mr. Dotto, take instruction from everyone in the north, in the circuit bench and others. This is not, when counsel like you people are arguing the matter, you should have informed. This should not have been done. You may prefer an appeal against the order of injunction.
There is circuit bench, Your Lordship.
Circuit bench is, but the advocates, the instructing advocates are the same.
Same authority, circuit bench is different.
This is very, very unfortunate. You are indulging in illegality. Everywhere you are indulging in illegality. There's an order of injunction by the court, and obviously I will set aside all appointment, all approval. Then started crying. The court has done it. Court has done it. Now see the stand of the state in this affidavit. In paragraph 3.
Yes, it was very clear.
Please take the pain of reading, Mr. Bandyopadhyay, please take the pain of reading paragraph 3 of your affidavit. Your affidavit is ultimately what you are saying that you are also astonished. The school education department is thus awaiting response of the financial implication of the regularization of 313 teachers, after which the said report for final would be placed before the finance department, followed by the decision of the cabinet or final approval. It is pertinent to note from the affidavit opposition such and such GTA in the batch of Suman Gurung and such and such, I was made aware that 313 volunteers have already been provided with an approval. Appointment of the district inspector such and such without awaiting the completion of the process of approval had been done for the earlier instance of regular 439 teachers. The answering response states no such instruction had ever been accorded to the DI of Darjeeling by the answering respondent number 2 to provide approval of 313. Stop salary of this 313.
Rashid, kindly come to this. Rashid, there is one order which has been passed on 8th of March 2019, Rashid, where the state government has said various issues reached education in the hill areas of Darjeeling, Kalimpong district. Rashid. This is the approval of 313, Rashid.
No,
there is no mention of this thing, Rashid.
This is, see this affidavit before me.
This is, I wanted to
and very basic. Go to the very basic. Come to your affidavit. When I thought, yes, how the children will get the students. If they are otherwise qualified, very well. Instead of disturbing the school, the student, then give me the affidavit of GTA.
আরে জর্জিয়া তো রেগে যাচ্ছে কেন? জর্জিয়া তো রেগে যাচ্ছে।
439 আটটা আছে। Supplementary যেগুলো একটা
কথা বলে চেক
Yes, take your affidavit affirmed on 23rd April 2024. Come to the list. See, the 300 teachers, at least 80% of it don't have any training qualification. How can you justify the appointment? They don't have any, even the training qualification. This is Darjeeling is somewhere different, somewhere out of India. Mr. Dotto, please take the affidavit of 23rd April. State is not supporting the approval, but unfortunately, order of injunction has not been brought to the court. How can state approve this kind of appointment? And in your affidavit, you are saying that we are not. I have recorded Mr. Dotto's. If the court finds, the 313 teachers may go. But see that list: BA, MSc, 1 BE, BA. See that qualification. Is it not required the training qualification of a teacher? So stop salary first is 313. Let them come and explain.
313 along with the 439.
439, there is an issue that I don't know whether it is way teachers can be appointment. This is one aspect. And the criminal investigation is the other aspect. Let us first assure that no government exchequer should not be taxed with this salary of these persons. 23rd April. Have you got the copy? Please see that. এটা দাও তো, আমি আজ দিচ্ছি।
এই 23rd এপ্রিলটা একটু দেখো না। হ্যাঁ, শিবানী। এই যে
I will go to the criminality part first.
The criminality may wait. By the direction of stopping salary not only for 313 but for 413 and also. But that will be a one step forward because to correct these sort of illegalities.
and still approval is going on, and it has been given
Surreptitious,
beautiful wrapper is we are working for 10 years, give us approval. Similar kind of teachers have been given approval. High Court, of course, the Honorable Judge has not been apprised of.
Yes.
There is an order of injunction. There is an. How can it be?
না আমি ডেটটা দেখছিলাম এটা দিন না
When you are considering finance department, cabinet approval is awaiting by the time GTA has your DI has given approval. That is why the FIR, that is the committee has found him, at least found him that you are responsible for that. And how you can still disbursing salary to this 313 list is before you. Stop salary of this 313.
Kindly give us a caution to file an affidavit, Roshi, and find out what is there.
That affidavit is already your affidavit. From your affidavit, I am reading. I am reading from your affidavit.
What will be drastic, stopping. Kindly give one opportunity.
Mr. Subba, you cannot justify in any event. See the qualification. If today you find that a class 8 pass man will be teaching in a high school and you will be saying that they are working for 10 years, therefore their family, their children, you should not touch them, this cannot be tolerated because the other children will be affected.
It is not all, Your Lordship, those who are not BA.
313, if you take this first one, second one, fourth one, fifth one, 15, then again 16, then again 19 to everyone. First of all, their appointment state is not supporting. State is not supporting, affidavit says, and Mr. Dotto, may I read
What
again?
is there, Lordship?
Yes, sir.
May I read again what I have recorded in my order?
11th October.
Possibly in 11th October, na?
11th October 23.
Yes.
আচ্ছা
On instruction he has submitted, they are not. Submits that he has instruction from the Secretary Law, Education Department, Government of West Bengal to submit that irregular appointments 313 voluntary teachers in the government school within the GTA area, the GTA may be cancelled as the court is considered.
my lord is referring to which order মানে না 11th October এটা নয় 11th October হচ্ছে আগে যেটা বললেন legality preparation
This is on 25th April,
23
25th.
25th April 2024 yes
Lordship will kindly come to their own affidavit, Your Lordship. The affidavit of the state, Your Lordship, that is dated.
Mr. Subba, even if I do not go into this controversy, that whatever you have done on the instruction of the state, let us assume it, you are correct, but justify from your professional. Are you denying NCT guideline? You must have the B.Ed qualification to be a high school teacher. Is there any confusion to anyone? You have disclosed. That is why I asked you. Disclose their qualification. You have disclosed it.
We have discussed it.
That most of them don't have the training qualification. This is not the time when I can give them opportunity to have their training qualification upgraded. It cannot be done. And in view of the fact that several orders have been passed in the Honorable Supreme Court regarding training qualification, so neither they have their appointment is regular. It has not channelized through proper selection process. Beyond that, they don't have the minimum professional qualification.
Just to assist your lordship, GTA, whether
Opportunity, Lord.
I'll give you the
Only
text
one
of the
opportunity.
deed petition. The GTA officially asked them not to appoint voluntary teachers any further. Still they went on. Kindly to take note page 118 of the deed petition.
Read petition to them. Today only one thing, they will not get the salary from next month. Financial year stop. Let the state exchequer gets a total shape in this financial year. From April, no salary. Let them work.
The page 117
and both the state take steps to get the orders vacated, that this order has been passed in unknowingly, without knowing the order of injunction. Please take steps. Otherwise, I have to hold it in contempt that this has been intentionally to mislead the court. It has not been disclosed. Yes, which page?
Page 117 of the writ petition number 1089.
117.
On 30th of July 2010, this is the order issued by the Secretary, Department of Education, DGHC, Darjeeling. This is to bring to the notice of all heads of the schools, primary and secondary, under DGHC, that henceforth no voluntary teacher shall be appointed by the school managing committee without the written consent of the Education Department, Darjeeling Gorkha Hill Council. The order will be effective from 1st of July 2010.
এগুলোকে সরাও, একটু হালকা করে দাও জায়গাটা। এই যে এটা লিস্টটাও সরাও। এই লিস্টটা গুলিয়ে যাবে না কাগজের সাথে।
And got 118.
Wait. This is Mr. Subba. Mr. Subba, come to 117 of the writ petition.
আপনার 118টা হচ্ছে দেখে 25/6 আমার কাছে নেই। এটা 118টা কপি আছে 117 পরে 119 একটা বাদ দেন।
Have you seen that page?
আচ্ছা
Number 7 of the affidavit of
No. Writ petition, page 117. Your document. There is to bring on notice of all head of the school, primary, secondary under DGSC, that henceforth no voluntary teacher shall be appointed by the school managing committee of the schools without the written consent. Right? Please come to your chart.
And then will kindly also see next page 118. The repeated attempt what is made by DGCA.
Now come to this. Your chart. Sonam Bhutia, qualification BA, subject taught English, date of volunteer teacher appointment 28/11/2013. It is your notice that no one should appoint as a voluntary teacher. 13 appointment, all are appointment in 13, barring very few 2008 or 9. 16. Someone has appointment as not available record. All of them are post this notification.
And next page is interesting. This was continuing, therefore further will not warning.
kindly come to page 78, 10.
78 of
78 of the affidavit filed by respondent number 1.
state.
Yes, sir.
Irrigation.
Annexation.
It is follow.
March 19. Super. 8th March 19.
Page.
Page 78.
Yes.
Says various schools, Shri Binoy Tamang, Chairman, Board of Administrators, Gorkhaland Institution. Various issues related to the education in the hill areas of Darjeeling, Kalimpong districts. With the approval of the competent authority, I am directed to convey the approval of state government on the following points for your kind perusal and necessary actions. the state government has taken decision to regularize 59 voluntary teachers upper primary as communicated by TISE Darjeeling to the Commissioner School Education by number so and so dated 4/7/18, Your Lordship. Then second paragraph, it is important, Lordship. The state has taken decision to regularize in the 313 voluntary teachers in secondary higher secondary schools as communicated by TISE Darjeeling to district, so to Directorate Department by number 910 dated 2/7/18, Your Lordship.
What are you reading? That state has taken a decision to regularize. State in its affidavit is saying that yes, we did it, but before it finalized, before it got approval of the cabinet and finance department, you did it by yourself.
And that's why we learned.
Well, no way. I'm not concerned about the writ petitioner's case, that this has been done by to provide everything. See that 14 schools were regularized. It can be presumed. Proposal for regularization of some schools also to accommodate the teachers of those schools.
Lordship need not be troubled. Kindly come to the next page, 79. That everything should be. That's why when the state said it was a principal decision on 26th April 19.
Yes, I have seen that earlier.
Yes, it says with reference to subject that I am directed to request you to arrange for working out the estimated financial costs of the proposed regularization of 313 voluntary teachers under GTA and furnish the same to department at the earliest along with the formal proposal with supporting
Let
documents.
us see whether state can take such a decision. Or we say decision.
That is
or-
larger issue.
That is a larger issue. If I find that state cannot, it is beyond, then all 439 will also go. But at this state is not supporting 313 also.
And that's why the criminal investigation report says some government officials are involved.
So, stop salary. Mr. Dotto, the state exchequer cannot be burdened with this. Because payment how made? It is coming
পেমেন্ট
from
করে না
your state check directly.
জিটিএ ওভারঅল পাঠায় ফিনান্স জিটিএ কে পাঠায় জিটিএ কিভাবে ভেঙে ভেঙে দেবে যেটা জিটিএ এর ব্যাপার
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
এখানে এডুকেশন ডিপার্টমেন্ট ডাইরেক্ট পেমেন্ট করে
Well, I am told that the education department doesn't directly pay. GTA gets the fund from the state. GTA now spends the funds for various activities, one of which is this.
Who is the drawing and disbursing officer for this teacher's salary?
এডুকেশন ডিপার্টমেন্ট হয়ে যায়
Because the injunction must be very specific. There shall be stay of their salary down. They cannot do that. They cannot. And Dr. Pasto, your commission is working there.
Yes, we have.
Now it is working. Now it is working.
The officials are all appointed.
So, is there any possibility for reopening selection process over there? Can it be done for Darjeeling alone?
But that decision has to be taken from the appropriate authority. Because if there is an office, it
No.
can be undertaken.
One stage, except hill area.
That has gone.
Justification is that we are not in a position to operate the commission over there in view of different situations. Now, commission is working over there. Long time there was no appointment procedure. Long back. When it was done, I don't know. Because I have found Justice Kalyan Jyoti Sengupta also passed at that point of time non-functioning of this GTA area. At that time, DGSC, Darjeeling Hill Council or like that. So, can you apprise this court? These vacancies, if it is created, be it 439 plus 313 or more vacancies, whether a selection process can be opened because it is your policy decision. This is in the hill area.
Decision has to be taken from the appropriate authority.
Then, because so far at least this 2016 selection process, the GTA is not involved. Hill areas were not involved there.
No.
So therefore, there can be a selection process can be initiated, whether it can be done or not. Before that, this exercise would be declare this post as a vacancy. If they are competent, they will participate.
But I'll take instructions on this.
So far the appointment, but the stop salary. Give me the who is the drawing and disbursing officer, because it is the state has given you the money. Even on the head, whatever your budget, they have under any particular statute. You are.
But there's a GTA Act, Gorkha
That
Territorial
one
Administration.
is giving power.
It provides that the administrative and financial control, to a certain extent, I think under section 28, if I'm not wrong, is to be given to the GTA administration. Because if your lordship remembers, this was a tripartite agreement.
That he has referred to, but that tripartite never see the light of the day, but it was not been.
In view of the tripartite agreement, GTA Act was formulated.
But the agreement was somehow around every point on agreement did not go into the statute.
Yes.
There was some gap between the lip and the cup.
GTA Act আছে তো না?
Now you have in block how the financial structures and how you are working there.
Lordship, as I know, your lordship, the state government, they give lump sum amount, your lordship. Lump sum amount.
How you fit it? How you fit it?
Per year. Every year they give that, lordship.
You have got a separate budget.
Yes, lordship.
GT has got a separate budget.
Yes, your lordship. They have got separate. They make their own separate.
How
budget
the
after that,
money,
your lordship.
how you requisition the money, amount, how it is quantified. This money is required, how GTA quantified. Or it is on the mercy of the state.
I have to find out that, your lordship.
Mr. Dotto,
Yes, madam.
is it on the mercy of your government that the GTA will get this money, or this is on the requisition, or there is a yardstick could calculate that this is the way we calculate the requirement of GTA area and give the money to them. How your education head in your, if it is a separate budget, there must be an education head. Yes, Mr. Standing Counsel, help your senior.
No, I'm looking into that GTA Act.
Financial part is there.
Where it says electoral and all that, then
But
there are.
education comes within their domain, I think.
Yes, that comes. That comes. That comes under section 26. 26(5).
General power.
26(5), where they have administrative, financial, and executive powers in the region relating to inter alia education.
After the provision of the Act, the voter financial power, not state income. State has the only power in this.
Mr. Suba, you have to apprise me about how you give the salary, how you this allocation of fund for the teacher's salary and other education department. Supposing you have to, a school is required to be set up, then it is a decision of GTA. State government cannot say. What is the function of education department? So far, the education department interfered to what extent?
The education department has been empowered to frame rules and regulations for the functioning of the GTA. That is being done by the state in all aspects. But so far, the specific without financial grant is concerned, that is not mentioned in this under this act, subject to further correction. But that is done by the finance department, and that is.
It is not like that. That elder brother is asking this money, younger brother is asking this money.
No.
As it appears to be in a financial year, give it GTA to 5 crores. That will do.
Not that.
Is it like that?
No. Because when the budget is prepared, then it is not, the amount is not fixed. That this much amount will go to Calcutta Municipal Corporation, this will go to GTA, that is not fixed.
Is there any hate for GTA in your budget?
Section 57 expenditure, the school education department, they say head of account is below 2551 hill areas. That's the head of account, and they are below the assistant to the Darjeeling Gurkha Autonomous Hit Council State Development Schemes. This comes under the State Development Scheme. You can just have a look at it. Under this, when the budget is prepared, then the government allocates fund in different local bodies like the Panchayat, Jilla Parishad, and also the corporations.
Head of the account is written previous.
This is not at the desire of the GTA, but this is the decision of the government, financial discipline of the government.
You don't have any say in preparing this budget.
But Section 57 of the GTA Act provides that they should have a budget,
Their own budget.
and communicate it to the state government. And I find that Central also provides funds, supposed to, under the Act. I don't know in effect, in practice, whether this is done or not. And it comes from the state also. So first budget is from the GTA, communicated to the government, and thereafter the government has.
What is the function? So, Dotto, then GTA is a territorial administration. One type of local self-government type.
Absolutely.
It is under the state. Why the center funds coming under there?
This is
tripartite agreement.
Because of the tribal zone.
Tripartite agreement.
No, the tribal zone. Hill area, tribal zone, will the state, central government always will have funds for the
That Manipur,
all.
Arunachal, this is something else. But if it is on this tripartite agreement, you recognize this tripartite agreement?
Yes, state, center, and the agitating bodies. This is the way the agreement was arrived at.
That has been given.
That's given a legal status by an act. And that act is GTA Act.
This is the Act.
If you find that the agreement, there is a huge gap between whatever they agreed there, that has not entirely come to the
The
act.
agreement does not speak of any financial, it speaks of the administrative structure. GTA was constituted as a separate body than without the Jilla Parishad or without Mahakuma Parishad. That's why an agreement was arrived at.
Dotto, contribution of the central government, it is only on the ground. This is a hill area, tribal area. That is the reason.
Demand was not separate state. The agitation will not started with the demand of separate state. Now, separate state can only be done by the center with the consent of the state assembly's decision. That's why there was an arrangement that all these authorities will sit together, have an amicable settlement. And that amicable settlement will not give birth to Gorkha Territorial Administration. It was initially Gorkha Hill Council. Subsequently, it was renamed as Gorkha Territorial Administration, and that was given a statutory shape. That's why the involvement of center.
One of the objectives is to recognize the ethnic identity of the Gorkhas. One of the objectives.
My lord will kindly take chapter 5 of the Act. Funds and audit.
57%.
It starts from
55.
section
55. But there shall be a fund to be called the fund to be held by the Gorkhaland administration in trust for the purpose of this act, and all money is realized or realizable under this act, and all monies otherwise received by the Gorkhaland administration shall be credited thereto. All funds as may be allocated by the central government or the state government for the Gorkhaland administration shall be assigned to it and shall be credited to the fund. The allocation sanctioned in the budget of the fund and all funds sanctioned by the state government or the central government which remain unspent at the close of the financial year shall be taken into account for the purpose of providing additional resources in the budget of the following year and the fund requirement shall be met on a yearly basis. Then Gorkhaland administration may
I understand this is
that is the purpose, and that
now,
is key.
this is the Act says there is from two channels the
Fund comes, and that comes to really fit the budget prepared by them for the purpose of development.
Now, if they prepare a budget, if there is no say of the state or the
No, the state or central will not allocate only after 7-2. They will allocate only after assessing, not whatever they want.
First is prepare a budget, then subsection 2 is either approve the budget or return it to the GTA for such modification as it may derive.
so there is a say of state
Yes,
also.
of course.
Now, if that be the character of GTA, so far the appointment procedure, in the appointment procedure, how far control the commission can exercise? Is there any say of the doings of commission by the of the GTA?
Because the commission will have the selection authority. Commission will select the person.
Section is a commission is an expert body.
No, I understand. Here, the structure, the education department, in view of this nature of the GTA, how far the education department of the state can interfere?
Well, they interfere to the extent that they had given certain amount for education in the budget.
No, appointment.
The appointment state has no
I'm
direct role.
proposing for.
State has no direct role.
But we need to look into the School Service Commission Act and the rules.
No, act to recommendatory party. Well, GTA is the appointing
I am
authority.
telling so.
No, recommendatory authority, there is no doubt about that. And it is a specialized body who can select.
Exactly. Recommend there must be a wing of the Central School Service Commission in the GTA area.
Yes, that's why we need to
But
look
in
into
the
the act.
appointment procedure, what would be the role of GTA?
The GTA will have the appointing power on the recommendation of SSC.
No, prior to that, there is another stage. Who's going to ask or activate the School Service Commission?
Yeah, that is the state.
That is, the state has already.
No, I have to look into it.
The state has already activated, I suppose. You just go to it.
State has established. Now activating the School Service Commission for the purpose of say 50 appointments. Who's going to trigger it? That we need to look. Whether it would be the state or
Other
the
parts, what would be the involvement of GTA in triggering of these appointment procedure?
right.
Number one. Number two, now if you say appointment will be given by GTA, then
After
the whole
selection.
procedure, what has been there in the Central Service School 1997 Act, that the board will be the appointing authority. And
In case of GTA, in case of GTA, I believe Board of Secondary Education.
No, section 26 is a poor answer. Nahi.
because after 2018, the board is now the appointing authority and the disciplinary authority.
Hmm. Twenty-six only.
Power regulation. So,
Right.
my lord is purely asking that in case of non-GTA area, appointing authority is Board of Secondary Education. What would be the applicability so far the GTA is concerned?
Right.
That's the basic thing.
Basically.
So far my knowledge goes as of now, that there the Board of Secondary Education probably will have no authority. Authority will remain with the GTA.
Now let us understand.
Dr. Patro might enlighten us.
If the commission is to start a selection process, firstly, that instruction is to come from the government, education department. The vacancies are also to be identified by I'm going by the general rules which we have. The government is to give us the vacancies on the basis of which we are to proceed. That apart, the rules which are existing, whether those are the rules to be followed or whether they are to introduce a fresh rule for selection in general. I'm still speaking in general. These are all the basic things.
Because Dr. Patro, why this simultaneous investigation or exercise is necessary? Because in one shot, I will be saying this 1,000, 2,000, 20,000 teacher will go. But at the same time, there is no procedure for filling up those vacancies. Resultant effect, the students will be suffering.
Is now one more important factor besides all the paraphernalia which is to be followed is the question is the nature of the schools. What are the schools? Are they government aided schools?
Government decided.
If they are government aided schools, then naturally we have the power to do the recruitment.
Exactly, the government aided school.
But
They're
for
all
all
appointments.
recruitments, the instructions or whatever the directions, they come from the education department. They have to set the ball rolling.
পাত্র আসলে দেখে দিচ্ছি তোমার হিল এরিয়াতে বোধহয় নিয়মটা
এই এরিয়াতে তো আমাকে দেখতে পারলাম। I'm saying general.
Mr. Dotto, I want appraisal on this point. Supposing tomorrow a new selection process is in demand, it is required.
No, this is a continuing matter.
It is required for the GTA area because there is a long pending need. Long time there was no direct selection process. So that is why this situation has cropped up. So find out what will the modality, how far there will be involvement of GTA, how the commission can work over there, whatever. What is the existing law is sufficient, existing rules are sufficient to cater this, or you have to think about a new law, new channel for
Can I
that.
just point out one thing with regard to the rules? Our rules are for a state level selection test, not a regional selection. So if in any event, if we are directed to do a separate selection only for the hill area, then that direction is necessary.
That direction is necessary.
It's for a state level selection.
As you are rightly, it is a state level selection process, and that is why Darjeeling is within the state yet. Therefore, it must cover. You have excluded in all selection tests hill areas.
Yes, that part was
Now,
kept
in
out.
view of the Act itself, Act gives the GTA a type of a different identity, somehow different identity. Now, this identity, and particularly in view of their agreement, and education exclusively comes within the domain of GTA.
Khalilullah takes the
This is SSP
takes the
area.
affidavit filed by Taposh Kumar Bakshi for GTA
Special instructions,
on
special
12th of September 2024. The page 17 of the affidavit probably can throw some light.
এটা কার এফিডেভিট
GTA.
Yes, Taposh Kumar Bakshi.
Yes. 12/2023. Here, my lord, you'll find the order issued by the Secretary Department of Education, Government of West Bengal
এটা বোধহয়
on 16 January 2013. The governor is hereby pleased to order that Hill region under the SSC is to be revived for resuming the duty of holding selection test for recruitment of teacher and non-teaching staff of the aided schools under Gorkhalot administration. After revival of the Hill region, the region shall perform the duties as per West Bengal Service Commission Act and rules made thereunder. Then Lordship kindly skip over 1, 2, kindly come to 2. In discharging function under section 9A, the recommending authority will be Gorkhaland administration in respect of the area of Gorkhaland Total administration. Therefore, the GTA becomes without the recommending authority for appointment. And in discharging functions under section 18(1), the state government or Hill region will act with previous approval of the Gorkhaland Territorial Administration in respect to the area of Gorkhaland Territorial Administration. GTA say bylaw will issue direction upon the executive officer of GTA to stop the salary. That will be the appropriate authority.
So this is Mr. Dotto.
Yes, Father.
The order is already on board. His order is already on board. This has already been a revival and a selection and discharging the function 9A. Recommending authority will be the GTA. So, the characteristics of the commission would be only selection, not a recommending body also.
They have to recommend.
But see that
GTA
GTA
with the final authority, they might send them, but
maybe under the seal of the GTA recommendation will go. He will be only acting as a functionary for selection. There will not be, or the GTA area may not be, in view of this order,
They will
the
produce the
recommending authority.
Yes, they will produce the selection of the GTA. GTA will they recommend. Therefore, ultimately, GTA becomes the authority.
Mr. Subba, you also work it out.
Yes, Your Lordship.
This salary stop will not end of the thing. Appointment is the actual thing. And finding out who are involved, whether there is a money transaction or not, this is the other criminal part. That I will look into. Whether they will be questioned, they will not be questioned, whether FIR name, non-name, it will come. But whether the schools cannot be closed in this way, and this person cannot be allowed to act as a teacher over there.
Yes.
Lordship, only one thing, Lordship, the states and GTA's relation, Your Lordship. Lordship, kindly come to page 10.
Of
Page 10 of my affidavit, Your Lordship, which was a supplementary affidavit. It was
Hey, Subba, Tapas have to do.
a supplementary affidavit.
hey, Lorders, supplementary.
Manavendra product.
They tomato paste put it.
16th day of May. 16th May 2020.
Page 10.
Page 9 and 10, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, this notification was taken out after the GT Act was passed, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Now, Your Lordship, will kindly come to the last, the second page 10, Your Lordship. Now, everything has been transferred, Your Lordship. But the last one, G, the existing vacant government posts in the offices and institutions who transferred under the Schedule B above. Schedule B above is, Lordship, there, it is,
Shall not be.
4 says, Your Lordship, all government pre-primary, junior high and higher secondary schools of the state region, Lordship. It says, Lordship,
Wait. Which one? G.
G, Your Lordship, the last one.
Existing vacant posts in the office, institution, so transferred.
Shall not be filled up without the concurrence of the state government. So for the filling up, Your Lordship, the state government's concurrence is required.
But 300, they are not conquering. This whole thing is 300 not conquering. So stop the salary of this 313. You want instruction for 1 day more? This will be ordered tomorrow.
At next week, Lordship.
No.
1 day will be
No.
1 day will be 24 hours.
You just ask them,
I
let
pray,
them
Lordship,
come.
for,
313,
This
you
was a
stop.
drastic order, Lordship.
No, I should have been. I was giving space to everyone. Good senses must prevail. Order of injunction not disclosed. Division bench not apprised of. What is going on? GTA was a party.
Lordship will kindly
Government was a party, but it was never apprised of. Still, I am giving this scope. Go for reviewing that this order was passed in the without having any knowledge that there is an order of injunction. We cannot implement this order. We cannot give approval to this, and those approval must go also. It is your notification, sir. It is your notification. There should be no appointment of guest teachers. Even thereafter, you have given appointment to this. And at least on record, I am forgetting the state has lodged an FIR against that person who has approved that DI. You want any clarification? Of course, it's a harsh order. I can give you 1 day or 2 day time because this will be an order of injunction. I'm making it clear. And 313 teachers from April will not get the salary. They are not entitled to have a salary. I cannot say the state to stop their salary because the state has allocated your budget. It is your officer or your department is paying the salary. They have got no role to play. What do you propose? Time I can give you 1 or 2 days because of this situation. Sometimes you cannot develop, Mr. Subba. You understand the record you cannot develop. You can find out a way out. Issue notice to these teachers. Either they will go or they must aware that from next month they will not be getting salary. Because after all, it is you try to prevent the aftershock. There will be aftershock. The aftershock, you arrange your home how to meet this aftershock. Because they will not be coming to this school, there will be a shortage of teacher, you think about it. Your education officers, whoever there, day after tomorrow, this injunction order I will pass. And Mr. Dotto, Mr. Dotto, so far the order of injunction, I believe that you will instruct your lawyers over the circuit bench and you also, at least to apprise to the court that there is an order of injunction. I have given you the date of the order. Apprise this too. I do not want to hear that some of the appointments have been made by the court. What we can do? We have brought to the notice of the court. Even thereafter, the order was passed. After order of injunction, if it is passed, it is not your responsibility. But drawing to the attention of the court that there is an order of injunction, it is your duty. Eta dekhiye bar. Mr. Subba, for you day after tomorrow.
Your Lordship, that in the circuit bench was appraised, Your Lordship. That the matter is going on here.
You just apprise this. Apprise this, the order of injunction is there. Bring that order date, I have told you. আগেই ফাইলটা দাও আমাকে। Where is the progress report of CID? Please give it to me.
Well, if your lordship is keeping the matter tomorrow, Mr. Nandi is not here, the report is here. Kindly then take up this aspect tomorrow.
I will take, but I will only take this on. Day after tomorrow, I will take this.
Day after tomorrow, I am not here. Then the next day, Thursday.
Why?
Not here.
You will not be here.
The report of the Thursday, na?
Thursday, Thursday,
And bring the CD. Next date. I want to see the CD. Giving the appointment for so many persons, you are not thinking that his custodial interrogation is necessary. And see, secretary level officers on inquiry found that his involvement is, at least his involvement is this.
The 24th of January, my lord, his statement was taken under 161.
No, very well. His statement was taken by the 3-member committee.
No. In this case.
Once.
Yes. Before the inquiry report.
Yes, inquiry committee did give him the opportunity to explain his conduct. Upon everything given, thereafter they found his involvement is direct. Now you see your CID allowed him to take the anticipatory bail. No objection. I suppose the serious objection was not. A special court granted the bail, anticipatory bail. In this way, nothing will come out. In this way, nothing will come out. Very well. Let me hear Mr. Nandi and the team. I think that there must be special investigation team. These persons are not competent. Appointments made in government-aided schools in GTA area is under challenge in the institution on the ground that those appointments have been made without following any procedure prescribed under the law. Stop. Admittedly, the appointments made treated. এটা ধরো তো একটু পড়ে না যায়। The state in its affidavit sought to justify appointment of 439 approval of appointment of 439 voluntary teachers in government aided school on the ground that same has been by the state has been approved by the cabinet approved by the government through finance department and cabinet. But the state is not justifying the appointment of 313 such approval of appointment, 313 approval of appointment of 313 of such teachers made in the year 2019. The said appointments were made rehearse the procedure of law prescribed for selection of assistant teachers in government aided schools. Stop. The GTA in its report dated April 23rd, 2024 has disclosed the details of those teachers, wherefrom it appears most of them do not have even the teaching qualification, don't have the B.Ed degree, which is an essential training qualification for appointment assistant teacher in secondary school, secondary/higher secondary schools, secondary, higher secondary, government aided, secondary schools, government schools. Stop. Besides, all these approval were made in the year 2019, when there is a order of the Department of Education of the Darjeeling Hill Council that henceforth no voluntary teachers shall be appointed by the school's managing committee without the written consent of the Education Department, Darjeeling Gorkha Hill Council. Therefore, the approval of appointment of these at least 113 teachers appears to be in gross violation of all procedures and norms. This court, therefore, proposes to stop the salary of said teachers immediately. Mr. Subba, learned advocate for the GTA, submits that place accommodation, short accommodation, respond to the said and to take instruction of his client regarding the such stoppage of salary of those teachers. Place the matter in the supplementary list on Thursday. At 2 p.m., enabling Mr. Subba to take necessary instruction in the meantime. Stop parallel. On behalf of Mr. Ruddin, Nondi. On behalf of CID, West Bengal, though the status report in compliance report as directed by the order dated March 21, 2025 is filed, but on behalf of Mr. Nondi, accommodation is paid for. Safe prayer is also held. It will come back on Thursday.